Okay, good afternoon. So we're going to review the MX Expense mobile app. This application was developed in line with a coursework in Android Studio using the Java programming language. Okay, so let's first try to submit a trip. When you go on submit trip details, you can specify a trip. In this case, we'll just supply demo data. It just says Siavonga seminar. Then destination, of course, that's Siavonga. Date of trip. What it is here is I implemented a custom dialog for each time a user clicks on the text field, it pops up a date picker. Yeah, that's also part of the Android framework. Requires risk assessment. We can say yes here. Description, just say seminar, since this is just a test run. Yeah, so time, same case with the date picker. On time, I used a custom time picker dialog. And select the time, click on OK. What happens is when the form is submitted, this data is persisted in the SQLite database. Yeah, so to view the trips, you go on view trip. As you can see, there are like trips there. The date is just not properly formatted, but yeah, the trip list, you can search through. If you search for something that's not there, it doesn't pop up. Then for a specific trip, for example, the seminar, okay, let me just restart it. Okay, after you submit, it actually shares to like social networks. Yeah, that's a good part to this implementation. So let me just go back to the application itself. Okay, trip, you go on view trip list. Let's just say Siavonga seminar. That's why you're able to see like all the details. You can add expenses. You can, of course, from that menu item, you can view expense details. You can actually edit the trip itself, so you can like input the actual trip details which you want to change. Yeah, it must be noted also that validation was also implemented in the application itself. You can actually even delete a trip. When a trip is deleted, as you can see, showing deleted trip. So on submit details, here validation was enforced in line with the coursework, such that when the user doesn't supply the required fields, it's supposed to throw a validation error. The trip name missing, destination, all those validation rules are enforced. Okay, that's all for the native app. Let's now move to the cross-platform application. So the cross-platform application itself, we use Cordova and jQuery Mobile, but I kind of face challenges when came to viewing the actual data that's persisted in the database. I tried by all means to use the lecture slides because there's an example in there for persisting. It's able to persist, but viewing seemed to be a challenge. Validation was also implemented, as you can see from that pop-up. The required fields are supposed to be filled in, otherwise it can't go any further than that if the user hasn't selected those parameters. Then, of course, for the date, there's